You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, August 25th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening in our top story Saturday night on the Strip at the Luxor. News 25 attended a red carpet global gaming event, which included T-Pain and Neo, where they faced off in the ultimate battle of who was the supreme techie. More now from Jillian Bayer.
This weekend, R&B music stars T-Pain and Neo faced off in the ultimate battle of who's the supreme techie over the weekend and played a multitude of games with teams built from online trash talk, grudge, and music. This is what Grammy-winning entrepreneur Clinton Sparks has to say.
Tonight's match here in Las Vegas is being held at the HyperX Arena. This is Global Gaming League's launch of Season 0 between T-Pain and Nappy Boy Grizzlies and Neo and his team, Gentlemen's Gaming Team. We'll be playing a range of games from Tetris to Tekken to Trackmania, Call of Duty. We even got some Atari in there playing some Centipede. And of course, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. The biggest thing that's happening tonight is Neo and T-Pain have been talking a lot of smack to each other online. And tonight they're gonna have a grudge match to see who actually does reign supreme in Tekken. Get familiar with the Global Gaming League.
The launch match pits T-Pain's Nappy Boys Grizzlies against Neo's Gentlemen's Gaming Team, finally settling a playful feud over who's the better Tekken player. What started as friendly jabs online has escalated into real competition, much to the delight of their fans. The Global Gaming League is not your typical gaming league. The league is founded by entertainment entrepreneur Clinton Sparks and backed by T-Pain, who also serves as director of strategy. The GGL is built on inclusion and spectacle. Each event features 2 celebrity-owned teams made up of 4 players, including influencers, pro and casual gamers, athletes, and artists, including Cash, Flava Flav, and so on. Teams go head-to-head across 4 rounds spanning different game genres, including Call of Duty, Rocket League, Street Fighter, and Tetris. Before the match, this is what Neo had to say.
So, first say you lose tonight. Are you going to be a little sore about it, or are you going to be okay?
Okay, so,
if by chance,
should pigs start flying and, water start falling out of the sky in odd colors and hell freeze over and I lose, I'm a gentleman. Everything I do is with grace. So should I lose, I'm gonna lose with grace and I'm gonna go on about my business. But that's not gonna happen.
High expectations for tonight, am I right?
Indeed.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your team.
So again, I'm still very, very new to the gaming community.
Okay.
So when they talked to me about picking a team, I really didn't know who to pick. So I gotta give a shout out to Clinton Sparks, I gotta give a shout out to the global gaming community, Global Gaming League, for helping me pick my team.
Okay.
So I gotta say, I got some hitters on my team. Everybody on my team is a master of what it is they do, to master the game they play. Yeah, I'm in a good space.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing after this? Is there anything more? Anything?
You mean with the Global Gaming League?
Gaming, music, whatever it is.
Oh no, definitely new music on the way. Definitely touring more. All of that is still gonna be, but we're doing this too.
And how long do you plan on doing this for?
For as long as my fingers and thumbs will allow me. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, love.
It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
At the end of it all, Neo and Gentlemen's Gaming took the win. Congratulations to everyone from KPVM News 25.
More news now. There was a statewide outage across Nevada. Many in-person services were not available, but 911 is still operating. The FBI is investigating. There was a network security incident on Monday that hit the Nevada state offices. All in-person services came to a halt. A spokesperson said that during recovery, certain websites, online services, and office phone lines may be slow or briefly unavailable. A 911 emergency call taking remains available statewide, the release said. The FBI is assisting with the investigation. The DMV has been impacted as well as other state agencies. There were no in-person services Monday Monday. State websites and phone lines may be intermittently unavailable. If a site or a line doesn't respond, try again later. And for emergencies, call 911. There is no word yet on what caused the network security issue. A press release earlier today stated officials were working to restore services but did not provide details of the incident, including whether it is believed to be malicious in nature. Nye County has been affected. The Sheriff's Office issued a release that said several services provided by their office were currently unavailable. Impacted services included fingerprinting, offender registration, accident report requests, public records requests. They are actively monitoring the situation and will provide updates as soon as the state resolves the issue. And even closer to home, Nye County Sheriff's Office is attempting to locate a suspect who was accused of recent theft at local businesses in Pahrump. More from News 25.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is asking the public for assistance in identifying and locating a suspect who was allegedly involved in a recent theft at a local business. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. Option number 5.
And you won't want to miss the next story. An important town hall meeting was held Friday night, and the News 25 cameras were rolling. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25 on this Monday. I'm Chris Palermo. There was a town hall meeting held last Friday night for the community to express their interest and offer commentary for the reestablishment of a Pahrump Town Board. There were some tense moments, and our cameras were rolling.
On Friday, a meeting was held at the Nye Community Coalition to discuss whether we should add the question, should we reestablish a town board, on the ballot.
If you look at the flyer that our committee put together, it says, we are asking the residents of Pahrump to sign a petition to allow us to put a question on the ballot. And I want you to understand, that's the only reason we're here tonight, is to put the question on the ballot.
In a town where we are 80% of the entire county of Nye County, we should have everything here the best that we could get. However, I don't think we have the best of a lot of stuff. A town is closer to the people and the local governments operate in smaller areas, so they understand the needs and problems of local people better. Quick decision making, they can make decisions faster than the central government, which is our commissioners, because their scope is limited to local issues. So that includes the fire department. They had to wait a long time to get some radios and stuff. That includes the parks, the Simpkin Park thing, I'll be talking about that. The fairgrounds, which is really, really, really a big thing. The cemetery and the swimming pool. Although people don't think those are important, they are. They're important to the value of our life. I mean, kids want to go swimming, they want to go to a park, and they just said, no, we're not putting lights in the park. So that's something that we need to work on. Duties are going to entail promoting businesses and employment opportunities for the citizens of the town. We can go out and talk to every business in this town, and we can help find other businesses to come into our town. There's a great one, I don't know if anybody knows Jenny Sarton. She has a phenomenal idea about bringing in education. She has backers. She's talking about doing some other kinds of things. She would be great to have her ideas for the town. The Pahrump Town Board is made up of elected volunteers and had been a part of the town's structure for over 3 decades. Unlike the commissioners, the town board's focus was purely local interests.
During the meeting, members of the community were given an opportunity to have their voices heard, one person being Iris, a resident who has lived in Pahrump for over 5 years.
I said, what is this about the town board? And all I've been hearing is, well, now you get to say if you want something done, if you disagree or agree, you have a voice. You be we the people. Okay, so I'm so happy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I with the town board or with the commissioners? Let me tell you, they've done some great things. We've seen the development through the years. You can't put them down. They made some mistakes. I've been hearing even tonight. Okay, but what do we really want? We, the people. Do we want a town board? Okay, my husband and I were trying to decide, and what made our decision is this. When the committee wanted to put the ballot on the next election, and they were turned down, why? Why was the commissioners afraid of letting we, the people, to vote? Do you know when they rejected the committee? That tells me they restricted my rights. My rights as a citizen of Pahrump to decide whether we want a town board or the commissioners. Does the commissioners have a fiduciary duty to all of us? To listen to what we want? I believe they do. I believe the commissioners have a duty to listen to the people. And we, the people, should have the right to vote.
The townspeople are very divided on the main question, though. Should the people reinstate the town board?
And more very important local stories coming up. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Pahrump Fire Chief Scott Lewis will be at the Bob Roode Center in Pahrump tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. He'll be receiving 2 quilts from the 2001 9/11 incident from the organization Quilts of Valor. The ceremony is open to the public, and News 25 will have more coverage on that tomorrow. Well, the Summerlin South Little Leaguers are the U.S. champs, but they struck out internationally. Congratulations to them anyways. Mikey has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Summerlin Little League South wrapped up an amazing run by finishing second in the Little League World Series. Chinese Taipei brought the heat and the bats in a 7-0 shutout on Sunday to snag the 2025 championship. But hey, don't hang your heads too long, Summerlin. Just the day before, these kids served Connecticut's Fairfield Little League an 8-2 defeat. That win made Summerlin South the U.S. champs. And yes, we will be talking about that for the next 20 years. And because nothing says, we're proud of you, quite like a boy band throwback, Backstreet's back, all right. Nick Carter, yes. He will host the team's victory parade this Wednesday. Las Vegas Aviators squeaked by the Albuquerque Isotopes on Sunday, 3-2. Next up, they host the Iowa Cubs for a 6-game homestand starting Tuesday. Over on the hardwood, Aja Wilson continues to be legally unstoppable. She dropped 36 points and snagged 13 rebounds, her 19th double-double of the season, as the Las Vegas Aces took down the Washington Mystics 91-81 on Saturday. And over to the NFL preseason, where wins don't count, but the overreactions do. The Raiders wrapped things up with a 20-10 loss to the Cardinals in Arizona. But don't panic, Raider Nation. The games that do count kick off Sunday, September 7th, when they head to New England to face the Patriots. The Vegas Nighthawks defeated the Green Bay Blizzard on Saturday night at Tucson Arena in Tucson to earn their first IFL National Championship title. The team accomplished this feat in just their 4th year in the Indoor Football League. And Pahrump Valley Trojan football cruised to a 54-0 victory over Pinecrest Academy Cougars on Friday night in their season opener. Pahrump Valley will host Chaparral High School at home next Friday at 7 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam looking at the horses, beautiful members of the community here in Pahrump. And we're also looking at overcast skies, and we do have a chance of some rain coming in, and some moderately lower temperatures are in the forecast. That's coming up in a bit.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Good evening, Pahrump. My name is Jillian with KPVM Weather Studios. Let's take a look at today's weather. In Fernley, we're at 87, Fallon 90, Carson City 84, Tonopah 82, Goldfield 83, Beatty 94, Amargosa 97, Las Vegas 94, and Death Valley 108. In beautiful Pahrump today, we're currently at 90 degrees with a high of 96, winds south-southeast of 10 miles per hour, humidity 30%, and the sunrise this morning was at 6:10 a.m. Our sunset today will be at 7:20 p.m. with humidity at 43%, winds east-northeast 9 miles per hour with a low of 74. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Tuesday, we're at 91 with a low of 72, Wednesday 96, Thursday 94, Friday 95, Saturday 98, Sunday 100, and Monday also 100. That was this week's and today's forecast. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thank you, Jillian. Looks pretty normal for temps around this time of the year. But remember now, it's getting a little darker earlier, and we aren't seeing that sunrise so early anymore. I do miss the 5 a.m. sunrises. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. I'm Chris Palermo for News 25. Make it a great night.